Audi TT Mk1 potential channel project.
Hi all, Andy here and welcome back to the channel where, as you know, I'm looking for a new project car and I've been out to see just such a car today. I've been looking for a car with a few problems so I can try and solve these to help you at home and also document its recovery and keeping another one of these great cars on the road. I decided to take my 225 soft top along for a ride today to meet the potential 180 brake convertible in green. It's a 30-mile drive and it's November, but I'm not going to let that dampen my enthusiasm, so it's roof down and sunglasses on. I will let my GoPro tell the story, but I would like you to tell me what you think in the comments below. You tell me if you think I should take a chance on this car or simply walk away. I would be interested in your feedback and if you think the car should appear on the channel.
Hey guys, Andy Charger here and welcome back to the channel where I'm currently sitting in a farm in Kent where I'm looking at a potential new purchase for the channel. It's a 180 brake convertible in green. It's looking quite sorry for itself. I'm going to give you a quick tour around it just to have a quick look. So just spoken to the owner of the car. He's given me a quick once round of it. So apparently it's got a blown turbo. So looking at headlights, probably need, yeah, you can see there's moisture getting in that headlight too, so that would need to be sorted. Driver's side looks okay. However, I do think a friend of mine has got a new left-hand headlight, so that might not be a big problem. Looks like it would need a new front bumper.
A new wing or a knockout and fill, what do you think, guys?
The wing's taken a bit of a knock. Wheels need a complete refurb. Inside it's quite wet. What's inside? Let's have a quick look inside. Okay, what we got? Oh dear, looks rather poorly in here. I mean, this would all clean up, I think, and restore. Seats they are green. I've got the engine cover of the car. The back bumper, I noticed there's some paint missing here. Would need doing. Looking at the MOT, the brake lines need doing as well. The window's down. Not sure why the window's down, but water has got in. It's pretty wet in there. The interior itself is looking pretty awful. Not sure if that's the original steering wheel, but it looks like an S-line steering wheel, I think. I might be wrong. Pretty wet and nasty. Well, it seems to be green interior, so yeah, a lot of work involved. The hood, believe it or not, is in really good nick. The window's still attached. It looks like it's still all sealed okay. And you know, I don't like to break cars because the channel's not about that. It's about bringing them back to life. I'd like to say that looks like a different car. That's had a bit of paint at some point by the look of it. So the guys have got it up for 650. I mean, it's definitely not a 650 car as it stands today. I do want a project and there's a lot of work in it, and I've spoken to the guys. We're talking about maybe coming up to some sort of arrangement with the car where we can, I don't know, restore it between us. It's not one I would probably keep long term, being the 180, but it's one to work on, have some fun with maybe. I'm going to look at a car on Friday which is a 3.2 V6, obviously one I would like to keep, but obviously one I don't really want to mess around too much with. So this could possibly be a new car for the channel. Bit of work to be done. Flat tyre. Yeah, so I'd be interested to know what you guys think it's worth, what you would do to it. Is it worth me taking a punt on it? Let's have a look at both cars together. There's mine looking rather dirty. If you like what you've seen today, please do leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up. Also think about subscribing to the channel where you will find a whole host of content on the Audi TT. And there's the green one looking, well, like it needs an awful lot of work.
Now, I did not film under the bonnet, but I did get a good look, and I also took this picture. It pretty much followed the rest of the car, rather dirty and rather tired. A lot of engine oil below the rocker cover was present, and the dipstick had minimal oil when I took a look. So my thoughts on the engine are that it might have fried itself rather than a blown turbo. I did not bother to try and turn it over, although the key was there. So potentially it may need a new engine.
Okay, so what do you think? Do you think I should take a chance on this car? Looks like it needs a lot of work, but could be good content. Might help me, help you guys restore your 180s and get them back on the road.
So this particular car has really started to grow on me, and it has a massive history of paperwork, and there are some very interesting personal stories attached to it. The seller would like to remain anonymous, but I hope to involve him in the restoration if I do take it on, and maybe he can see his car return to its former glory.
So what's your thoughts on me taking this car on? Should I try it? Should I give it a go? Looks pretty far gone to me, and being a W reg with 137,000 the clock, I don't think the return would be too great if I tried to sell it. Obviously I've got the 225, so in my garage there's not really much benefit for me getting this car, other than the jobs I would need to do I can put on the channel to help you guys out.
That just about wraps up my walk around of the green Audi, but I thought I would go away and I would put some prices together on the parts that I may need. That will give me a good idea about the costs involved. The car, well, let's say it's not £650, and for the sake of this video we'll set the car price at £0. I'm also going to set the price of the labour to £0, as I'll be doing this myself. That's going to include all the cleaning and restoring of the parts, the interior and the engine bay. Now I do cover cleaning and restoring an engine bay here on the channel, so if you want to check out that video, click the link above. First up is the turbo. A new one of these is about £150 on eBay for the 180 brake Audi TT. It's the K03 model, which is standard on this car. In my eyes, that's the best case scenario because I think it's going to need a recon engine. I've seen a few of these on eBay as well, around the £300 mark, and they look like they come complete with the flywheel and the turbo included too. So that might be a nice alternative to buying the turbo. I've got no idea how good these would be, or the mileage they will have covered, or if they're even working. So it's a potential lottery. I would be flying blind on fitting an engine, as it's something I've never undertaken, so I would be calling in or trying to call in some of the big guns of YouTube for assistance and advice on how to do so. So Bryn and Dom, I might be sending you a begging email. Those two truly are the gurus. That wing is going to need a fill and a paint at least, so let's say that's going to be £150. A new front bumper, that's going to cost around £100 I think on eBay. And I'm unlikely to find a green one, so I think it's going to need a paint too. So let's say a further £200 for paint. The 4 alloys are going to need a refurb, and that's going to be £50 a corner, plus let's say £50 for a tyre on each corner too. So there is a further £400. The brake pipes, I'm not sure what the cost will be, but for the sake of this, I'm going to say £50. But let's also include a further £200 for new discs and pads on the car too. I bet the suspension bushes are also going to need to be done, and I'm going to include an extra £150 for that job. The suspension on a whole is a whole new ball game. I've not even looked at it, so I'm going to pretend it's okay for this video. But I will stick on £100 for filters, oil and sundries. So I'm thinking at a bare minimum to get this car back on the road, it's going to be around £1,600. It's a 137,000 mile car, but maybe a lower mild engine will help with that. It is a Quattro and it's also an unusual colour. So potential resale value for this car, I'm going to say with the sun shining in the middle of summer, is an absolute max around £2,500. I know this from the research I undertook in the summer on how much is my Audi TT worth and the video I made covering it. So if you've not checked out that video and you're intrigued to know how much your Audi TT is worth, please click the link above. With free labour, I'm thinking it's just about doable to restore this car. I also think it will be great channel content and a really interesting and fun project to do at home. As you know, I knew nothing about these type of jobs a year ago, and I'm learning as I go along. So I'm likely to get myself in a whole heap of trouble on this project. Then again, if the worst comes to the worst, I'm sure I can break the car and get my money back that way. However, doing that does not interest me in the slightest. As mentioned, if you enjoyed tonight's video and my Saturday morning visit to this green Audi TT, please do give it a thumbs up, as that really helps the channel. Also consider subscribing to the channel to see if I take this project on and the journey that goes with it. Please do let me know if you think I should undertake this. Once again, thanks for watching and take care. See you soon.